The journey of pursuing a dream is rarely crowded at the start. It often begins in solitude, where the silence is louder than any encouragement. Being alone in the pursuit of your goals doesn't mean isolation by choice, it's simply the reality of taking a path that few dare to follow. Others may not understand your vision, and their skepticism might even make you question your own resolve. In these moments, doubt can seem like a shadow always lingering, but it's not meant to stop you, it's there to test how much you want what you're chasing. When the world doubts you, it's an invitation to dig deeper into your purpose. Doubt doesn't have to be a wall, it can be the spark that ignites a greater fire within you. Instead of letting it consume you, use it to push forward with more determination. Every time someone says you can't do it, hear it as a challenge to prove them wrong. It's not about seeking revenge or proving a point to others, it's about proving to yourself that your vision is worth every ounce of effort you pour into it. There will be times when the road feels endless, when progress is slow, and when the weight of going it alone feels unbearable. But it is precisely in those moments that resilience is built. Resilience isn't born in comfort or ease, it's forged in the grind. In the countless hours when no one is watching, and in the sacrifices you make when the rest of the world seems to be taking it easy. Those moments are what separate those who dream from those who achieve. Challenges are inevitable, and failure is unavoidable. But failure is not the enemy, it's a teacher, a necessary step on the path to success. Every setback, every mistake, every stumble is an opportunity to learn and grow. It's through these struggles that you gain the skills, the strength, and the wisdom needed to move forward. The lessons you learn in failure are often more valuable than the victories themselves, because they prepare you for what lies ahead. As you continue on this path, you'll notice something remarkable. The hard work you've been putting in starts to attract the right kind of attention. It's not about fame or recognition, it's about the power of consistency and determination. People notice when someone is truly dedicated, and that dedication inspires others. Opportunities begin to appear, and the right people start to take interest. But those opportunities and connections don't come to those who wait passively, they come to those who have proven, through their actions, that they are ready for them. Doing it alone doesn't mean staying alone forever. The journey might start in solitude, but success often brings others into your orbit. What begins as a solo mission can grow into something bigger than yourself, but the foundation will always be the work you put in when no one else was around. Those solitary efforts are what build the strength and character needed to handle everything that comes with success. The essence of this journey is belief in your ability to endure, to overcome, and to thrive. That belief doesn't have to be loud or boastful, it simply needs to be steady and unwavering. It's a quiet confidence that keeps you moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's the knowledge that no matter how tough things get, you have what it takes to see it through. Loneliness can be a heavy burden, but it can also be a gift. It forces you to rely on yourself, to find solutions within, and to push through obstacles without waiting for someone else to help. It's in those moments of isolation that you discover just how capable you are. The strength you build in those times becomes your greatest asset, not just for this journey, but for every challenge you'll face in life. The dream you're chasing is yours and yours alone. Others might not see its value or understand why it matters to you, and that's okay. It's not their dream, it's yours. You're the one who sees the potential, the possibilities, and the promise of what could be. That vision is your guiding light, the thing that keeps you moving forward, even when the path is unclear. You didn't start this journey for anyone else. You started because you believed in something greater, something worth fighting for. That belief is what carries you through the darkest times, the toughest battles, and the hardest days. It's what pushes you to take one more step, to give one more effort, and to keep going when everything in you says to stop. Every struggle, every sacrifice, every ounce of effort you've poured into your dream is leading you somewhere. The challenges aren't there to break you, they're there to build you. They're shaping you into the person you need to be to achieve your vision. And when you finally reach your goal, you'll look back and see that every step, every battle, and every victory was earned. That's what makes the journey worthwhile. When the road to success begins, it's often a lonely journey. There's no cheering crowd, no entourage, no applause. It's just you, your dream, and the silence. That's the reality of being a one-man army. There are moments when the doubt of others feels louder than your own confidence. People may question your goals, dismiss your ideas, or tell you that you're aiming too high. And yet, despite all that, you push forward. Not because it's easy, but because something inside you refuses to give up. Standing alone doesn't mean rejecting the world or its support. It means understanding that not everyone will see your vision or share your passion. That's okay. Some dreams are meant to be carried by the person who conceived them. They're personal, intimate, and deeply tied to your identity. Others might not understand, and they don't have to. The truth is, the path you're walking is yours to walk, not theirs. In the quiet hours when the world is asleep, you're left with your thoughts, your plans, and the work. It's in those moments that you realize the depth of your own resilience. You learn that no one is coming to hand you success or to carry your burden. That's not a bad thing, it's an awakening. The pressure of going it alone forces you to find reserves of strength you didn't know you had. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are enough. Doubt is inevitable. It comes from the outside world, and sometimes even from within. There are days when you'll question yourself, days when the results don't seem to match the effort, when progress feels slow or non-existent. But those are the days that matter most. That's when you turn doubt into fuel. Instead of letting negativity drag you down, you let it push you forward. You let it remind you why you started in the first place. Challenges will come, and failures are guaranteed. But those failures aren't the end of the story. They're chapters in the book of your success. Each setback is a chance to learn something new. It's a test of your character, your patience, and your determination. What you do in those moments defines whether you move forward or stay stuck. A one-man army doesn't back down. It regroups, recalibrates, and continues the fight. At first, you might feel like you're shouting into the void, that your efforts go unnoticed. But hard work doesn't go unseen forever. Success has a way of attracting attention. It speaks louder than words ever could. The determination you show, the consistency you maintain, and the results you produce will eventually draw people to you. The right people will notice, and opportunities will arise. But those things don't come to those who wait passively. They come to those who fight relentlessly, even when no one is watching. Through the journey, you start to realize that doing it alone doesn't mean staying alone. It simply means starting without waiting for someone to join you. And when you've proven to yourself and the world what you're capable of, the connections, collaborations, and partnerships will follow. But the foundation of that success will always be the work you did when it was just you. At the core of being a one-man army is belief in your own power. It's knowing deep down that you are enough. Enough to overcome challenges, enough to weather the storm, enough to build the life you've envisioned. It's not arrogance, it's self-trust. It's the understanding that the only person who truly knows your potential is you. There will be days when the loneliness feels heavy, but those are the days when you remind yourself why you started. You focus on the fire that drives you, the vision that keeps you going. That vision isn't just a goal, it's a promise you made to yourself. And when you hold on to that promise, no obstacle is too big, no challenge too daunting. You didn't start this journey for validation or recognition. You started because you believed in something greater. You believed in your ability to create, to achieve, and to overcome. That belief is what carries you through the darkest times. It's what pushes you to take one more step, even when it feels impossible. The truth is, no one else can do the work for you. No one else can carry your vision forward. That responsibility is yours alone. And that's a powerful thing. Because when you finally reach the summit, you'll know that every step was yours. Every battle fought, every challenge overcome, every victory won, it was all you. That's what it means to be a one-man army. The pursuit of a goal is rarely smooth, and challenges are an inevitable part of the process. At first, they seem like barriers, obstacles designed to keep you from moving forward. But as you push through them, you start to understand their purpose. Challenges are not meant to break you, they are meant to shape you, to teach you what you need to know, and to prepare you for what lies ahead. Each difficulty you face is a lesson, an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. When challenges arise, it's natural to feel frustration, doubt, or even fear. These emotions can be overwhelming, and there may be moments when you question whether it's worth continuing. But it's in these moments of discomfort that growth occurs. Growth doesn't happen in comfort or ease, it happens when you're stretched beyond your limits, forced to adapt, and required to find solutions to problems you've never faced before. Every challenge brings with it an opportunity to learn. Whether it's a mistake you've made, a failure that set you back, or an obstacle that seems insurmountable, there's always something to take away from the experience. These lessons aren't always obvious at first, and it may take time to fully understand what you're being taught. But with each setback, you gain a new perspective, a new skill, or a deeper understanding of yourself and your journey. Challenges teach you resilience. They show you how to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear or the weight of the journey feels unbearable. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you develop through experience. It's the ability to pick yourself up after a fall, to try again after a failure, and to keep going when others might give up. Each time you overcome a challenge, you strengthen this resilience, making you better equipped to handle whatever comes next. Obstacles also force you to be resourceful. They push you to think creatively, to find new approaches, and to develop strategies you might not have considered otherwise. They make you realize that there's more than one way to achieve a goal, and that sometimes the path forward requires you to take a step back or move in a direction you didn't plan. This adaptability is a valuable skill, one that will serve you not just in this journey, but in every aspect of life. Sometimes the lessons from challenges are about humility and patience. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't go as planned or when progress feels slow. But these moments remind you that success is not a straight line. It's a process, one that requires time, effort, and persistence. Challenges teach you to appreciate the journey, to value the small victories along the way, and to trust that the effort you're putting in will pay off, even if the results aren't immediate. Failure is one of the greatest teachers. It's a natural part of any journey, and while it's often viewed as something negative, it's actually a powerful tool for growth. Failure shows you what doesn't work, allowing you to refine your approach and try again with a better plan. It also tests your commitment to your goal. If you're willing to get back up after a failure and keep going, it proves how much you truly want what you're working toward. Challenges also help you build confidence. Each time you face a difficult situation and come out on the other side, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This self-belief grows with each success, no matter how small. Over time, you develop a quiet confidence that no obstacle can shake. It's not about arrogance or thinking you're invincible, it's about knowing that you've faced difficulties before, and that you have the strength to face them again. The lessons from challenges aren't always immediate or obvious. Sometimes it's only when you look back on your journey that you realize how much you've grown. The things that once seemed impossible now feel manageable, and the obstacles that once intimidated you no longer hold the same power. This reflection shows you just how far you've come and how much you've learned along the way. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity in disguise. It's a chance to prove to yourself that you can handle adversity, to develop new skills, and to grow into the person you need to become to achieve your goals. These lessons don't just make you stronger, they make you smarter, more adaptable, and more prepared for the future. The road to success is not meant to be easy, and the challenges you face are not accidents. They are a necessary part of the process, shaping you into someone who is capable of achieving greatness. Embrace them, learn from them, and use them as fuel to keep moving forward. Every lesson you take from a challenge brings you one step closer to where you want to be. The journey of pursuing a dream often begins with a single belief, the belief in your own ability to make it happen. This belief is not handed to you, nor is it something you find easily. It's built over time, forged through challenges, and tested by doubt. It's the quiet assurance that no matter how steep the climb, you have the strength, determination, and capability to see it through. This belief in personal power is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. At the start, the world around you may not share your vision. People may not see the potential you see, and some might even question why you're trying. Their skepticism can feel isolating, and the lack of external support can make you second-guess your own aspirations. But belief in personal power is not about convincing others, it's about convincing yourself. It's about trusting that the path you've chosen is worth the effort, even when no one else understands it. This belief isn't something loud or flashy. It doesn't need validation or applause. It lives quietly within, pushing you forward in moments of doubt and lifting you up when things get tough. It's what keeps you working late into the night or waking up early to make progress on your goals. It's the voice inside that says you can do this even when everything around you suggests otherwise. Believing in your own power means taking responsibility for your life and your dreams. It means acknowledging that the outcomes you seek won't be handed to you, they must be earned. This realization can be daunting, but it's also liberating. It places the power firmly in your hands. You are no longer waiting for permission, opportunity, or help. You are creating those things for yourself, step by step, with every action you take. Challenges will inevitably arise, and they will test the strength of your belief. There will be days when progress feels slow, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when giving up feels like the easiest option. In those moments, it's the belief in your own power that will carry you through. It's the reminder that you've overcome difficulties before, and that you are capable of doing so again. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen this belief, to prove to yourself that you are more resilient and resourceful than you once thought. Building belief in personal power doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires patience, practice, and persistence. It begins with small steps, setting a goal, taking action, and achieving something, no matter how minor. Each success, no matter how small, adds to the foundation of your confidence. Over time, these small victories accumulate, creating a solid base of belief that can withstand even the toughest challenges. This belief also requires you to silence the noise of self-doubt. That inner critic, the one that tells you you're not good enough or that your efforts are in vain, must be confronted and quieted. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It means choosing to focus on your strengths and the possibilities in front of you. It means reminding yourself that you are capable of growth and that failure is simply a step on the path to success. As your belief in your own power grows, so does your ability to take risks and embrace challenges. You start to see obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities to prove your resilience and adaptability. You become more willing to step out of your comfort zone, knowing that even if things don't go as planned, you have the strength to handle the outcome. This shift in perspective opens doors you might never have noticed before, leading to opportunities that once seemed out of reach. The power of self-belief extends beyond personal achievement. It influences how you interact with the world, the energy you bring to your work, and the way others perceive you. Confidence born from a deep belief in your own abilities is magnetic. It draws the right people and opportunities into your orbit, not because you've asked for them, but because you've demonstrated through your actions that you are ready for them. This belief doesn't mean you'll never face failure or doubt again. Those moments are a natural part of any journey. But with a strong belief in your own power, you'll approach them differently. You'll see them as temporary setbacks, not permanent defeats. You'll learn from them, adapt, and move forward with even greater determination. Believing in your own power isn't about arrogance or thinking you have all the answers. It's about understanding that you have the ability to learn, grow, and succeed even in the face of adversity. It's about trusting that your efforts, your determination, and your resilience will carry you through. And it's about knowing deep down that you are capable of achieving what you set your mind to, no matter how daunting the path may seem. The path to achieving something meaningful often begins in solitude, marked by long, quiet moments where the only sound is your inner dialogue pushing you forward. It's in these times that the real work begins, the work that no one else sees or understands. The weight of carrying a vision that only you can truly comprehend is not an easy burden to bear. Many will look at you with skepticism, their disbelief serving as an ever-present reminder that the journey is yours alone to undertake. When you step into the trenches of hard work and dedication, there are no shortcuts, no easy ways out. The foundation of success is built brick by brick, with each brick representing the hours of effort, sacrifice, and persistence you've poured into your goal. It's the late nights, the early mornings, and the moments when you'd rather quit but choose to continue anyway. These moments are the essence of growth, where the real progress is made. In the trenches, there are no crowds cheering you on, no one to tell you that you're on the right track. It's a place of solitude, where you are left with nothing but your determination and your willpower. Every step forward feels harder than the last, and the temptation to stop can sometimes feel overwhelming. But it's here, in the hardest moments, that strength is forged. Strength isn't built in comfort or ease, it's created in struggle, in the grit and grind of pushing through when no one is watching. Failure is a constant companion in this journey. But it's not the enemy. In fact, failure can become one of your greatest allies. It teaches you lessons you couldn't learn any other way. It forces you to reevaluate, to adjust, and to grow. Every setback is a stepping stone, an opportunity to come back stronger and more prepared. The only real failure is giving up entirely, and as long as you keep moving forward, you're still in the game. The moments in the trenches are not glamorous, and they won't earn you applause. But they are necessary. They are where you learn what you're truly made of, where you develop the resilience to keep going no matter how tough things get. It's in these moments that you prove to yourself that you are capable of enduring more than you ever thought possible. The work you do when no one is watching is the work that matters most. It's the unseen hours that lay the groundwork for the success that others will eventually see. When people look at your achievements, they won't see the countless nights of effort and sacrifice that went into them. But you will know. You'll know that every bit of success was earned through your own perseverance and determination. Being in the trenches also means learning to rely on yourself. It means trusting your instincts, your abilities, and your capacity to adapt and overcome. There's a certain power in realizing that you don't need anyone else to validate your efforts or to tell you that you're capable. That validation comes from within, from the knowledge that you are doing the work, even when it's hard, even when it feels impossible. Eventually, the world will begin to notice the results of your hard work. Success speaks louder than words, and the consistency and dedication you've shown will start to attract attention. People will see the outcome, but only you will know the full story of what it took to get there. And while others might be impressed by the end result, it's the journey that will matter most to you. In the trenches, you learn the value of persistence. You learn that success isn't about one big moment or one grand gesture. It's about the accumulation of small victories, day after day, week after week. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and refusing to quit, no matter how long it takes. The journey is not easy, and it's not meant to be. It's a test of your character, your resolve, and your ability to stay focused on your goal. But it's also a journey that shapes you, molding you into the person you need to become in order to achieve what you've set out to do. Every challenge, every obstacle, and every moment of doubt is a part of that process. When you're in the trenches, it's easy to feel isolated, to feel like no one else understands what you're going through. But it's in these moments that you realize the strength of your own determination. You understand that the journey is yours alone, and that's what makes it so rewarding. You are building something that no one can take away from you, something that is entirely yours. The work you do in the quiet, in the struggle, is what defines you. It's not about the applause or the recognition, it's about the personal satisfaction of knowing that you gave it everything you had. And when the time comes, when the results finally begin to show, you'll know that it was all worth it. The journey toward achieving something meaningful often begins in isolation. It's a path marked by silence, uncertainty, and an unwavering commitment to a vision that only you can fully understand. In those early days, there's no fanfare, no external validation, and no one standing beside you to cheer you on. It's just you and the weight of your ambition, pressing down with a force that tests every ounce of your determination. At first, it might feel as though no one notices your efforts. The long hours, the sacrifices, and the relentless work seem to disappear into the void, unnoticed by the world. This can be disheartening, but it's also a defining stage of the journey. The work done in these moments is what sets the foundation for everything that follows. It's where discipline is built, resilience is forged, and your vision starts to take shape. There's a strange beauty in the early struggle. It strips away distractions and forces you to confront the reality of your dream. It demands more than surface-level commitment. It requires a deep, unshakable belief in yourself and your ability to see things through. This belief isn't loud or boastful, it's quiet, steady, and persistent. It's what drives you to keep going, even when the results aren't immediately visible. As you continue to push forward, something remarkable begins to happen. The work you've been doing, seemingly in the dark, starts to produce results. These results, though small at first, are tangible evidence of your progress. They reinforce your belief in yourself and your vision, creating a momentum that propels you forward. This momentum is powerful. It's the result of your consistency, your persistence, and your refusal to give up when things were at their hardest. Over time, your efforts become impossible to ignore. People start to notice the results of your work, not just the achievements, but the determination and dedication that made those achievements possible. It's not about seeking validation from others, but about the natural way that success draws attention. The same people who doubted you at the beginning may start to see your potential, recognizing the strength and focus that have carried you this far. This shift isn't about changing their perception, it's about staying true to your own. The determination you've shown begins to attract the right kind of energy. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach start to present themselves, and people who align with your vision begin to gravitate toward you. This isn't luck or coincidence, it's the direct result of the foundation you've built through hard work and perseverance. It's important to recognize that the support you attract doesn't come from asking for it or waiting for it. It comes from showing through your actions that you're serious about your goals. It's a natural response to the energy and effort you've put into your journey. The consistency you've maintained becomes a beacon, drawing others to your cause and opening doors that once seemed firmly shut. But this support doesn't change the essence of the journey. The work still falls on your shoulders, and the responsibility remains yours. The people and opportunities that come your way are there to enhance your path, not to carry you along it. They're drawn to the determination you've already shown, and they become a part of the journey because they see something in you that inspires them. Even as you begin to attract support, the core of your journey remains the same. It's about staying true to your vision, continuing to put in the work, and maintaining the discipline that got you this far. The success you achieve is rooted in your willingness to keep going, no matter how difficult the road becomes. It's not about shortcuts or quick wins, it's about building something lasting and meaningful through consistent effort. The connections you make along the way are valuable, but they're not the reason for your success. They're a reflection of it, a testament to the determination and focus you've shown. The journey is still yours to take, and the challenges you face are still yours to overcome. But the support you attract becomes a reminder that you're not alone, even in the moments when it feels like you are. This process is a cycle. The more determined you are, the more opportunities you create. The more opportunities you seize, the more momentum you build. And the more momentum you have, the more support you attract. It all starts with the decision to take that first step, to commit fully to your vision, and to keep going no matter what obstacles stand in your way. The world has a way of rewarding those who refuse to give up. It recognizes the value of persistence and determination, and it responds to those who are willing to put in the work. The support you attract isn't a gift, it's something you've earned, a direct result of the effort you've put into your journey. And while the journey may have started alone, it doesn't have to stay that way. The strength you've shown becomes a magnet for the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances to help you take the next step forward.